Hey guys, this is Captain Fruit reporting for duty, and I want to apologize being late on a video. And on top of that, this is not the video I planned on presenting for the Monday video. Unfortunately, my power supply, I think on my desktop died, so I'm not able to access that video. And I've got to get a new power supply, or first check and see if that's even the problem, and then go there. I couldn't even boot up my computer, so I'm doing another video to play catch up of a series I've been wanting to start anyway, and that's on advertisements in comic books. So today I want to talk about one. We're going to go back to Super Pro, NFL Super Pro. I did a cover battle of this not too long ago. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. You might like it, where I compare three covers and we talk about which one you could get if you could only get one. But so anyway, this was a dollar cover comic anyway. Look at back when they did the Comics Code of Authority, I might add. And this issue was from 1991. So let's look at the advertisements. And here we are. Choose from a smashing assortment of socks and belts, and that's a Streets of Rage Sega Genesis advertisement. Look at that, Streets of Rage, the first one, an absolutely phenomenal game, a great series. Now has 4 entries in the series, and all of them have been quality. Probably the weakest, in my opinion, was Streets of Rage 3. One was great, 2 was phenomenal, 3 was okay. I think they tried to do a little bit too much, still good. And then fourth, one was pretty awesome. Though I don't own the fourth one, I've only played it from others. Look at this. I love that. Showing the action scenes and fighting. You know what? And today this would be problematic because we've got women and men hitting each other. We just can't do that today. In video games especially. It just gets looked down upon. So let's look at the next ad we have in here. And here we go. We have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love this. Look at the perspective of this. The turtles are looking down from the sewers. Game Boy at work. Man, this is back when you broke out your Game Boy. I played Turtles 1 on the Game Boy, which was pretty good. The second one, Back from the Sewers, is even better. It's a step up. Great Konami game. Boy, I miss when Konami made good games. You know, the last one that they did for Contra, in my opinion, was pretty weak. I think a lot of people felt that way. But look at this ad; it's really cool. It's time to get crude and rude, dude. This had all of that attitude there, right? Because Shredders nabbed April O'Neil again. Oh no, April O'Neil taken again. This was a really cool, fun game. Not bad at all. So good old Game Boy. If you had a Game Boy, original Game Boy, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if you had that as well, because I did. And I don't have the original anymore. I gave it away to a nephew because I have other versions, but I wish I would have kept it. Looking back, I still wish I had it. Now let's look at the next ad. Over 25 million lives be saved. Game Genie. Cheater's Paradise, right? Yo, video dudes. The Game Genie will never die a reckless video death, which is not exactly true. Because Game Genie grants you stellar video powers on most popular video games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Like, you may live forever, never die. Well, you put in those codes that they had, or you could try to make your own codes and make those. Sometimes they would glitch the system and kill it. I still have a Game Boy, Game Genie for. I have it for the Game Boy as well as the Nintendo. I have a Genesis Game Genie as well. Come to think of it, they're pretty cool just to collect. You put in the codes that they have. They had books with codes, or even tried to make your own. But once again, it could glitch the system. I wasn't a big fan of using them. I have them just to collect them mainly because I believe in beating the game legit. But you could, after you beat a game, use it to extend the life of the game and have more fun, cool little stuff with it. But back in the day, Nintendo hated Game Genie and tried to stop it. Good times, good times. If you had a Game Genie, once again, I'd like you to let me know in the comments. And here we go. Sports cards. It's sports time. Fleer. Better than ever. I was never a basketball card collector. I have some baseball cards, but I always got them like for free. I don't have a clue what they're worth, if they're worth anything at all. I'm just not into it. I do have some Marvel cards that I'm collecting, that I've collected. I mean, I have a complete series of 1 and 2, I believe, and 3. I have to look and see, but I'm pretty sure I've got complete ones of each one. I think I got 2 of the second series. But yeah, cards, Fleer, they used to advertise this all the time. And that's something you'd always see advertised in comic books, was video games and cards. You don't see as much of that anymore. Let's go through these pages. Yeah, NFL Super Pro action here. Here we go. Now these, I always loved ads like this for t-shirts and other things like that with superhero related. I mean, look at this one here. Deck the halls with Marvel mutants. In an obsessed quest to develop the ultimate tees for this holiday season, our Mad Mutant artist has totally blown his overactive mind by creating Marvel sweatshirts. Like our Marvel tees, the quality of our sweatshirts is unconditionally guaranteed to knock your socks off or your money back. Don't hesitate to mutate your style. And they give the call number there. And look at like this shirt, $10.95, $9.95 for this X-Men shirt. This one here, $12.95 with Magneto, $12.95 with Spider-Man. Not bad prices, really for consider for today. Back then it was a little bit expensive, but still not bad. I always would want those, but never get them. They're a little too expensive for me, though, to be honest with you. Now look at this page here. You could get books. And look at the worlds a human can explore for just $1. You can pick up these books, get them for a pretty good price. Look, there was Star Wars in there. Choose any 5 for $1 with membership. I never liked or trusted these membership things. Introductory price, cheap, and then they got super expensive and tried to hook you into things. Wasn't a big fan of that. Not at all. But, get people reading. And that's one thing I try telling them. You need to offer good deals and get people reading. Now, this isn't really an ad, but I always used to read Stan's soapbox. I think a lot of people misinterpreted Stan Lee today, and they assume things. Read it for yourself. They assume things like about the X-Men. Often you hear, well, X-Men was about diversity and racism. Not exactly. There's a lot more to it than that. People go a little, they don't really understand what he meant by that. There was more to some of those things, and they just automatically made bad assumptions. Well, anyway, that's a soapbox there. We're not getting on. But this one meant a lot to me. I used to love these things. You would go here and you'd order, and I would get the mail delivery, but unfortunately, I'd always get them beat up. They come ripped, the cover would be torn, beat up, bent, even though they say don't bend, they'd bend them anyway. But you could order 12 titles, $12 for 12 issues, and then subtract $3.50 from each title. So the more you get, the cheaper they were, so you could get a lot of bang for your buck. Once again, back then though, you probably were going and getting them off the news rack, and so it'd be harder to get them all. You might miss an issue. So this was a way to make sure that you didn't miss an issue when you were trying to get the series, which was not always that easy because, well, you don't always have access to a comic shop, let's be honest. And this was the way we got our comics back then. So, this took that traveling and trying to find it out, but unfortunately you got sacrificed for quality a lot of times. And the last issue, and the last ad in this particular issue is this here, for Play Trog, Changes the Course of Evolution. And this is another game from Acclaim. Win a Trog arcade game you could get, and this was on Nintendo. I never played Trog. If you ever played this game, I'd love to know what you thought of it. Was it a good game? I don't think I have it either. That crazy one-eyed caveman. This time you had a lot of like these kind of special goofy characters. It was a common time for that with platformers. You don't see that as much today, but that was the time. So if you ever played this game, let me know in the comments. And well, there we go. That was the advertisements in NFL Super Pro issue number 3. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Once again, these are just for a little bit of fun. They get us talking. I like the ads in them. I'll have to pop open another one soon and keep this up. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your time. So thank you, everybody, for your time and watches. I greatly appreciate it. I apologize for the quality necessarily and things, but I'm a little bit limited right now. Well, thank you. Until next time, keep it frugal.